You're now locked onto the Pulse Radio Show with Marcus Myers, Xtina, and Ken Pyle. And on the 1 and 2s, Big Red the DJ. It's the Pulse Radio Show, baby. Believe that.
We have a guest that was in entertainment from a very young age. He had to be a prodigy, and he has stood the test of time. I can let you introduce this man here.
Listen, he's been building momentum from since then, and he has not stopped. Right, we're gonna be speaking to the veteran.
I always have this memory of a clip of him on CBC at like about 9 years old.
And then even at his age, we still see him on CBC. You understand? Because he's a legend, the veteran, and winner of the Pickety Crop 2018.
Boom Bang Connect, yeah.
Boom Bang Connect, the man of the hour. We have Anderson Blood Armstrong in the studio.
Please put some respect on my name, Mr. Blood.
Mr. Blood. Mr. Blood. What is going on, sir?
I'm fine. All is well, man. All is great. I am feeling nice. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me to be on your
Welcome
show.
to the Pulse Radio Show, man.
Earlier you mentioned your shirt. This is not a regular shirt. And you guys were afraid to say, this is a really nice shirt. This is not a shirt, right? Where I come from. You understand?
Right.
When you go on a shirt that is that cool,
right.
You understand? You are man enough to say, I am wearing a blouse. This is a blouse I'm putting on. You know what I'm saying? I go on a real blouse.
Mr. Blood, I'm not you with that one. I know what that one. I'm sure I was ready for that one.
Yeah, you was ready for it. Blouse, man. Blouse. You want to hear someone take you like that one, but nah, man. Yeah. I go on a nice shirt. I go on a nice blouse. It's true, yes.
Mr. Blood, man.
Yes, man.
So you are the winner of Pickety Crop 2018.
That is correct. Yes.
This is a generic question, but how do you feel?
Awesome. I feel really great. I mean, every day, it's good to be able to go to events, especially now. I mean, I've won the Road March, I've won Party Monarch, I've won Sweet Soca, but the response to being the Pickety Crop winner is tremendous. It's something different, and people look at you and they speak to you differently as well. You know, so it's a really good feeling.
I know that you started entertainment at a very early age. Were you a part of the Junior Monarch system as well too?
No, actually, not at all. I just came in. You know, I was in school still. I joined Gabby's first timers tent. He had a first timers tent. And then the following year, I joined the Untouchables, and it was like from there. Your
record of it, Square One, and the party, it goes without saying. We don't even need to touch that. But when was the first time that you actually attempted the social commentary?
Actually, when I first started, I started the social commentary first.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
In the tent.
In the tent. And then the Square One thing came after. You know? So then we dominated with the party, and we did all the stuff. You know how it went. But I started with the social commentary, and I'm back here again.
What is the difference in response? Like, I mean, the demographics, because there's an overlap a bit within the demographic that you would see with Pickety Crop, and then the other audiences for like Party Monarch and Sweet Soca. How much overlap is there?
All right, there is some overlap, no, but it's it has kind of separated itself over the years. When it started out, it was everybody, young, old, middle-aged, everybody was into just the music. So it didn't matter if it was social commentary or party. People party to social commentary. It was as simple as that, you know.
A song was a song.
A song was a song, correct. But then the competition started. They started separating the competitions, and then obviously once you start separating things, you're gonna start separating the fans, and basically that's what's happening. You know. So now you have people. Well, they got young people who like commentary. They got old people who like party. So you gotta kind of find a balance in between there, and still be able to to say, well, yeah, you know, I may be a certain age, but I can still party with the youngsters, or the youngsters can say, well, yeah, you know, it still feels cool to be among the older guys.
And speaking of still being able to party, apart from your own works as an artist, you would have produced songs like "Beat Off Saying" for D2.
That is correct.
You're still very active.
Very
in the younger
because I've always liked working with younger people first and foremost. In fact, although a lot of them come to me for knowledge and guidance. You know, I learned so much from them.
Right.
So it works hand in hand.
Reciprocal,
Yeah.
I want to talk about your winning songs though. So you won with Stars and Stripes.
Yeah.
And specifically you won with Sexual Harassment.
Correct.
That I listened to that today and I found that to be very, very interesting. Because it came from a male perspective talking about sexual harassment.
Correct.
I want to know what that song means to you.
Well, I mean, first of all, for me, how I felt. In fact, when I first heard it, it touched me immediately because here is a song that came from an angle where men are afraid or are afraid to speak out about what's happening to them.
Yeah.
Right. And therefore, you know, it spoke to me saying, look, we need to set some kind of balance. We need to let people understand that yes, although sexual harassment from a female's point of view is a serious thing, we got to look at the way men handle this or men are treated when they speak out. Because when as a man, if you get sexually harassed, sometimes you go in the corner and you decide you ain't saying nothing because everyone tell you, buddy, man, listen, I don't like what happened to me there just now, right? As a man, boy, you know what I mean? So then you push up your chest and you feel, you know, you pretend that it's pretty okay when it really isn't. Right. You know, so that is why I fell in love with that song when Saddam brought it to me, because I didn't write it, he wrote it. Saddam wrote that song.
Okay.
So when he wrote that, but when you connected to it, were you connecting from your own personal experiences or just from what you hear people go through?
Nah, not from my personal experiences. From what. Well, it's kind of a seesaw from personal experience because I mean I've been around for a long time and I know how people respond. But not necessarily that, you know, it would have happened to me. Although in my time, people would have troubled me, but I just brush it off and leave it at that. But what I'm saying is, from how I would have seen people respond over time to a man being sexually harassed to a woman, right, is how that song spoke to me, and therefore, you know, I said, yeah, this is a really good angle. Plus, it was not, I did not want to do anything political and the topic was there, it was right up there.
I like that, yeah. I mean, the Me Too movements and all this stuff that we see around the world and stuff, yeah, definitely. I see we're going through kind of like a sexual revolution kind of kind of harassment and everything.
Correct.
But what I was saying too, I don't know if it was just strange to me, but I kind of like to hear a soca artist speaking about sexual harassment, because sometimes I feel as though soca lyrics can be a bit misogynistic, and they kind of are complicit in men sexual harassment to some extent on the dance floor, etc.
Yeah, because the way we paint it, it's like the culture of reggae. The culture of reggae is painted as, you know, Jah Rastafari, spliff, that kind of thing, bam bam bam, right? So the culture of soca is basically, you know, jam on a woman, drink rum, and drink, right? I like to call
and drink some more rum.
You know what I mean? So basically, what you're saying is very, very true. And but there's so much. For instance, one of my favorite songs for this year is True Story. Called, the real name is True Story, Breakfast in Bed.
No,
right?
Yeah.
Correct. Where
no, True Story is
True Story is walk up on
morning vibes.
Right. But I like the Breakfast in Bed song. Right.
That name Morning Vibes.
That name right. You see, I got my head confused. Right. You got too much good songs, man.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, but that song is it's not about. It's about a man and a woman, but a man and a woman in a relationship, you know, enjoying each other.
Right.
And that's one of the really good things about the song, I think. And it's a love story, basically. So
it wasn't preaching adultery.
It wasn't preaching. Nah, it is me, my lady, you know. And we had a fun time last night. Home or outside, wherever the case may be, you know, in a party.
Having breakfast in bed.
But we were having breakfast in bed and a nice conversation, etc. So, you know, and a topic that can sell itself outside of Barbados and outside of the festival. So that's what we need to do with the soca too.
So you think people should be more aware, basically, of their lyrics? Because I remember they had a song that, and I liked it a lot, by the way. But well, I don't know if that will help my point, but I liked it a lot. But if I listen to the lyrics good, it was saying, I go hold your gal as collateral. Right. Basically saying, I go hold your gal as collateral until I get my money. And it's on, and if you really listen to it,
kidnapper.
right, exactly. Precisely.
Yeah.
But but the thing is, that is so normal that that's like normal soca lyrics.
Yeah, I mean,
But I mean, in terms of music, there are a lot of times we are not conscious about what the person is saying, but it just sounds so good.
Yeah,
correct.
So they just sing along, you don't even realize they're singing.
You're not really
It's top melody, and it's nice. It's fun to sing along with. It has movement, and you're studying the meaning behind it. But
right.
No, you're not diving and going deep into it and saying, this man saying bum bum bum. You're just enjoying a nice sounding song.
It sounds good. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk to you about how we've been having a conversation on here for a few weeks about how other music from other countries, soca music, has somehow infiltrated our festival. But now it is now kind of getting a bit overbearing to the point that they seem to be dominating the airwaves and dominating the parties.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Personally, I welcome music from all over. I love music generally, period. And I got favorite songs from Trinidad, I got favorite songs from Jamaica, I got favorite songs from St. Vincent, wherever, I got favorite songs. But I mean, Crop Over is the festival, right? And I don't mind these songs being played, but I don't feel that there should be a greater percentage of that music being played in any party or any fair or anything.
Not during the festival.
Especially not during the festival. But of course, people will argue that, the response to those songs are better, obviously, because I just bring a brand new song that you don't know, right?
Right.
And
that was out since earlier.
And that other song was playing for the last 6 months. Obviously, the response to it is
traction.
Correct. So the traction it has already gained will warrant the response that it is getting. So I mean, the guys just gotta look at how they present, and I'm not even talking about the entertainer now, the guy who made the song, because he's done all he can already. And he's put the song in Big Ray hand. Right. All Big Ray gonna do is,
press play or don't press play.
Exactly. But don't just press play. When Big Ray press play and he playing your song from Trinidad, so you got to get to know this one. You understand? And then he's dropped the one from home and just go along down the road and drop another one for you. You got to get to know. You know what I'm saying? So it is how you present the song as well as a DJ, right? Yeah. But man, do your thing, and just level the playing field and make everybody happy. Of course, play a little bit more Bajan songs.
Right.
I don't mean you can play as you feel like it's usual.
but it wouldn't be 100%. Some people are saying go 100%.
Nah, it doesn't have to be 100%.
Even my set just now, I started with we had some massacre, we had popcorn in there. Right. We had let me peek back here. We had Damian Marley.
Right.
We had Maroon 5.
Like
and then they've done it with Barbados, with Iran.
Right. So there's a certain balance there.
There you go. Yeah, you must have balance. Have balance. I feel you must have balance. And I'm glad that you play some Bajan music in there too. I mean, and we got a lot, we got a lot of fantastic music and producers that producing some great stuff. So play. Because if the people don't hear, they can't like it to request it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your music now, because you've been in the business for so many years and you've accomplished. It feels to me like everything. So when you wake up on a morning, what is the thing that is on your mind that you have not accomplished yet that you would like to accomplish?
Whoa. Well, the one thing that I would love to accomplish now is to be in a movie. I mean, like a Hollywood movie, like you was talking about Will Smith earlier and stuff. I would like to be in one of Will Smith movies. And I like all the Will Smith movies. I know what I'm talking about. I like they may not be like what's the biggest one? The Independence Day or
right.
But I like. I guess I like the character.
But what kind of character do you see yourself playing? In turn, if you want to play an action hero, you want to play a comedy.
I feel like I do a comedy. I feel like I do a comedy. Yeah, I feel like I pull off a comedy. I'm sure about the action.
You believe in yourself telling jokes? You believe in yourself telling jokes? Or
no, I could be comedic. I can't be a comedian.
Okay.
Right. I ain't a joke teller.
If somebody writes stuff for you, you can deliver it.
I could, yes. Yeah. If you wrote a joke for me, I could look at it, boom, bang, connect.
Right.
And get it happen. But yeah.
So your sights are not necessarily in music anymore when it comes to something doing something new. It's more.
I mean, you've achieved it all within the grounds of
within the realms of yeah. But one of the big international hits will still be
of course,
so
anybody can do it.
Exactly. so I'm going to be working. I'm going to be working towards that as well. Of course, trying to get another crown, you know,
Yeah.
the crown as well. But a movie is that the first and foremost thing when you ask me that question that's in my head.
Really?
To be able to do a movie, correct?
I find that really interesting.
I like TV bad, you know. I just watch. Seriously, I
This is
listen to music.
Netflix, man.
My girlfriend is here, by the way. She's celebrating her 31st birthday. Trudy Yard is in the house.
Well,
Right?
happy birthday.
Yeah.
Jump up for Trudy.
But she like to listen to music loud. Right? I like to watch TV. I listen to music, so I watch TV hard. You know, I'm into film. I'm into acting. I really do. I really love acting.
That's interesting.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's
Because sometimes I wonder when like veterans like yourself are like, I feel like you're on cruise control by now. Where this is just kind of like, you know, you're in business.
Nah,
you know do you know what it takes?
It is never cruise control. You always got to be thinking. You always got to be planning. You always got to be looking at where the market is going, where it's turning, who coming in, who they leaving behind, because you don't want to be left behind. So you don't want to follow what that guy that just get left behind doing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at who's coming, what they're doing, and try to conform without you like losing yourself.
So even like off stage, you would say that you still have a competitive spirit, healthy competition.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
So who you would say is like your major competition that you like that helps you set the bar.
That helps me to set the bar. Mikey, Lil Rick, Damian Marvey, who else off the top of my head? Nikita, right? Them is the first couple of people that just come to my mind. Or it's like them fellas are always punching. You know what I mean? So
I like how you call the vocalists that could do even outside of soca that do R&B. That's interesting that you call those names.
Because I mean, even before soca, I was a balladeer kind of thing, you know. So they used to call me Lenny Richie, a teen talent, and I like old songs. I like to sing old. I mean, when I tell you old songs, older than me.
Right.
So they gotta be older than you.
Right.
I like to sing old
Sure.
songs, correct? Because you know I like crooning, basically.
Like crooning.
Take my time and sing a song.
Do you do karaoke?
Yeah, of course. I hear the karaoke. They go to karaoke up with me all the time. You know, I hear the karaoke and sing a couple of songs when I feel like. And in fact, that is how I just learn my next song. Right? I would go if I ever decide I want to sing a song at an event and it's on karaoke, I would go to karaoke and I would start singing that song. I would go to every karaoke and I would sing that song until I know it well and then perform it.
That's why, I was actually thinking that you were gonna say, music genres outside of soca. Just because I know that you are singers.
Singers,
Right?
That's
Exactly.
right,
So I thought you would have done some more, singing music.
Yeah, I do a lot of singing music, man.
Right. Yeah, man. Because I thought the same thing for Marvin. Marvin, when Marvin was here, and I heard that the amount of stuff that he does. You were also someone else that came to mind too. That is, and that.
I'm glad you feel like I can sing. Alright, sorry. I'm glad you feel like I sing. As it feel. I'm glad you realize I can sing though.
You can do a thing.
Yes, man. Yeah, man. I can do my thing. I love music, by the way. I love music just as much as I love the movies. Right? But so I've been working at it for years. I am not going to say that I've perfected it. They got people out there who could sing better than me.
Yeah.
But as far as attitude and push and drive, that may be the only thing that could be stopping them.
Yeah. Finally, I have to ask, when it comes to staying youthful, right? The one thing that I know you for are your hairstyles, sir.
Yeah.
Your hair color changes.
That's
like
right.
you have one of those peacock hairstyles. I don't know what you coming with. I remember when you got an arrow on your head, like Avatar.
Yeah. I was thinking.
Big up the anime men, by the way, because they appreciated that.
Yeah.
They appreciated that, indefinitely.
For real.
So yeah, where does that come from? Your inspiration every now and again to.
Yeah. I mean, it just happens, I was sitting in the barber's chair and I was thinking, I want to do something different. What can I do? And the anime thing came to my head. I said, you know what? Yeah, more hawk, but not a more hawk, And the arrow thing came to me and I said,
sir, I do look forward to what your next hairstyle would be. What next hair color you will come with.
Well, again, Trudy Yard over there, Beauty For Me Hair Studios. She's the one who does come up with some of these ideas now and again. You know what I mean? So, and
You need a birthday cake hairstyle. I don't know what that will be, but think of something should be.
You gone too far left. Right? Yeah? And that's why I'm gonna left. Yeah?
Mr. Blood, thank you for coming through.
Yeah,
This is the first, not the last time.
For real.
I really appreciate it. And what else you can say? Big ups again to Astral Media,
man, for
real. Find this whole interview on YouTube, the Pulse Radio Show on YouTube. Astral Media, ASTRAL Media on Instagram.
Boom, bang, connect.
Boom, bang, connect.
Marcus, another great one.
Another great one.